Imagine looking into the darkness of deep space, an endless ocean of dust, fire, and drifting worlds that never fully formed. Out here, nothing is stable. Stars explode, planets collide, entire systems are born and destroyed in silence. Now imagine this. In all that cosmic violence, in all that chaos, a miracle begins to take shape, one that almost never should have happened. A world is forming, but this world is not calm or blue or peaceful like the Earth you know. In its earliest moments, it is a burning sphere of molten rock, under constant attack from billions of meteorites. It is loud, violent, unstable, a place no life could survive. And yet, this is the beginning of everything. The beginning of oceans, continents, mountains, and eventually life itself. Tonight, we travel back 4.5 billion years to witness the impossible moment when our planet rose from cosmic destruction and became the only home life has ever known. Before Earth existed, there was only a cloud, a swirling disk of gas and dust left behind by a dying star. When that ancient star exploded as a supernova, it scattered heavy elements across space. Carbon, oxygen, iron, silicon, all the ingredients needed to build a rocky world. Inside this disk, tiny grains of dust began to collide. At first, they stuck together quietly, like powder clumping in water. Small grains became pebbles, pebbles became boulders, boulders merged into massive, drifting rocks, and over millions of years, these rocks smashed together to form objects called planetesimals, the building blocks of planets. One of these growing worlds was Earth, but Earth did not form gently. Each collision released incredible heat, melting entire regions of the young planet. Eventually, what had once been a cloud of drifting dust became a molten, glowing orb, a baby planet violent, unstable, but undeniably alive. The story of Earth had begun. If you could visit the newborn Earth, you would never recognize it. The surface was a restless ocean of magma, glowing red and orange like a living wound. Volcanoes erupted continuously, filling the air with toxic gases. Lightning storms crackled over black clouds. Rivers of lava stretched across the horizon. But the greatest danger came from above. Leftover debris from the solar system bombarded Earth relentlessly. Asteroids, the size of mountains, slammed into the surface every few minutes. Each impact vaporized rock, boiled oceans of magma, and melted entire regions of the crust. Massive craters overlapped so completely that the surface had no time to cool, and among these impacts came one collision so massive, so catastrophic, that it would shape the destiny of our planet forever. A Mars-sized body called Theia was on a direct collision course with Earth. The moment they collided, both worlds were torn open. Oceans of molten rock blasted into space. Everything was destroyed. Yet, from this destruction, something extraordinary emerged. The impact with Theia nearly obliterated Earth. For hours, molten debris wrapped the planet in a halo of fire. Vast streams of vaporized rock were launched into orbit, swirling around Earth like a glowing, liquid ring. Slowly, this ring of debris cooled. Bits of rock clumped together. Gravity began to sculpt them. And then, in one of the most poetic moments in cosmic history, the moon was born. The moon stabilized Earth's tilt, slowed its rotation, and created tides that would later help shape countless environments. Without the moon, Earth would suffer chaotic climate swings. Life, if it ever arose, would struggle to survive. But the moon did more than stabilize Earth. It marked the end of the most catastrophic impacts. With much of the loose debris already swept up, the solar system slowly became calmer. Earth finally had a chance to cool, to settle, and to transform into something more than a planet of fire. The planet that had nearly died was finally ready to live. As Earth's crust solidified, steam and volcanic gases began to escape into the atmosphere. For millions of years, the air was thick with carbon dioxide, methane, and water vapor, dark, heavy, and unbreathable. But then the temperature dropped. Slowly, impossibly, water vapor began to condense. The first raindrops fell, sizzling on hot rock. Then came storms, unimaginable storms where rain fell for thousands of years without stopping. Puddles became lakes. Lakes merged into oceans. And for the first time, Earth wore a coat of shimmering blue. Some scientists believe water also arrived on icy comets that struck Earth, delivering oceans frozen in deep space. Others believe Earth released enough water from its interior through volcanic eruptions. Whatever the source, the result was the same. Earth now had oceans, the cradle of everything that would one day live. The Hell planet was cooling. The first calm breaths of a living world were beginning. Now that Earth had oceans and solid ground, the final question emerged. Could life exist here? The answer depended on delicate, almost impossible balances. Earth orbited the Sun at just the right distance, not too hot, not too cold. Its size was perfect, large enough to hold an atmosphere, but not so large that gravity crushed everything. Its magnetic field protected the planet from deadly solar radiation. The moon stabilized its tilt. Oceans regulated its temperature. Everything had to be exactly right. If Earth were slightly closer to the Sun, water would boil away. Slightly farther, oceans would freeze solid. If Theia had not created the moon, Earth's climate would swing wildly, making stable ecosystems impossible. Life depended on a cosmic chain of unlikely events. A chain that somehow happened perfectly. As the oceans settled and the atmosphere cleared, Earth was no longer a furnace. It was a blue world, wrapped in clouds, with continents forming from drifting plates of rock. Volcanoes still rumbled, storms still struck, but peace, at least compared to the chaos before, had finally arrived. And somewhere in those deep, warm oceans, something extraordinary began. Tiny molecules started to link. They formed chains. Some chains folded. Some made copies of themselves. And suddenly, from simple chemistry, the seeds of biology emerged. Life, small, microscopic, fragile, took its first breath on this once violent world. It would take billions of years for these tiny sparks to become fish, forests, dinosaurs, mammals, and eventually humans. But none of it, not a single moment, could have happened without the chaos, destruction, and cosmic luck that shaped our planet. Earth was not born gentle, it was forged in fire. And yet, from that fire, came the only place in the universe known to harbor life, a world created by chaos. A world perfect enough to live,